welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'll be showing you 10 more hidden features in Arcane Odyssey. So let's begin. So number 1 on the list is the bronze hammer, the one that I have right now. This gives you 50 durability per second and it costs 6 galleons per second when you use it, and a lot of people don't actually know where to find this, and it is found right at Thorn's Refuge right here. Thorn's Refuge right here, and you talk to this person, you can talk to Thorin, and if you go to the shop you can see you can buy it right here, and it costs 40 galleons, and you'll also find a claiming flag here. But this is basically just twice as better as the normal hammer, so it's pretty worth it, to be honest. It's just a really nice thing to have, and it's pretty good. Like, you can repair your boat pretty quickly with this. So yeah, here's an interesting trick that you can do. If you have like a really decent amount of speed on your boat, you can actually escape whirlpools. Now that one just disappeared in front of me, but what I'm saying is that this trick will allow you to escape whirlpools much easier if you do get stuck in them. And it doesn't really work on like the biggest whirlpools, really. It only works for like ones that are smaller than the biggest one. The biggest ones are pretty difficult to escape from. They're like, it's you just have to get lucky to escape from them. But this trick works pretty well, in my opinion, for escaping. Here we go. This is a whirlpool here. So I'm gonna run straight into the whirlpool, and you have to get lucky to escape the whirlpool basically after you get into it. So right now it won't let me escape, right? But if you keep spamming your sails, you have a chance of getting out of it. So if you just keep spamming your sails, eventually you'll escape from the whirlpool. It does take some time, but you have to be really lucky. This is, I think, a tier 4 one. It's on the biggest one. There you go. So it takes your ship about half health before you can escape. I think that's how it works. But sometimes you can escape like at like 1,000 health later. So doing that, it does somewhat help. It might work without it. I'm not exactly sure, but that's just the way I see it on how to escape whirlpools. Sometimes I did it really quickly. Sometimes it takes you to half health. But nonetheless, it's like a second chance at it. And then once you've escaped it, you can just repair the boat on your ship, because this hammer is pretty efficient. Like, it's almost the same amount of repairing like value as like if you're going to a shipwreck, so it's pretty fair. For this next one, you can get something called pearls from the underwater clams. You see these clams right here? You can actually get the pearl from inside it, but it's a bit tricky. It just closed in front of me because I got too close to it. But let's say you go to a different one. This one right here. So you have to be quick. You want to go inside it, spam E, and then run out, just like that. I got a jade pearl, and jade pearls are used in making invisibility potions. So they're really powerful. So here I just get in it, grab it, and then you get out. It does an insane amount of damage, so you want to be really quick. But other than that, that's actually how you actually get these jade pearls or farm them from using the clams, which is pretty fun. So for the next one, you can actually break jellyfish, and this requires you to have a magic that works underwater. Fire works really bad underwater. It doesn't even work underwater. So the way I use it is I use the smash technique, and there I broke the jellyfish and I got jellyfish flesh. And this is really useful for making cauldron potions. Basically, cauldron potions, they basically get you like 10 uses of the same potion. So they're honestly pretty good. And like, leave me alone. Yeah, so you can break jellyfish, you can get jellyfish flesh, and you can use that in making potions. Basically you can make like 10 like how do you say 10 potions using just 2 jellyfish flesh, which is pretty powerful. Here's a fun little potion that you can make. You can make whirlpools by using gale potions. So let's use this called aeroplast, or you can also use amphibious bloom. So let's use 5 of that, and then we can use sunken elements or star coral to make nova potion. And just like that, we need a powerful gale supernova potion. And this, well, I already told you, you can make something called a whirlpool by using this. So if I just throw one there, and just like that, in a few seconds, there'll be a whirlpool there. And like that. Like, it's insanely powerful. Like, it's actually insanely powerful. You can even use it on ships. Like, you can throw it right beside a ship. You can trap a ship like that. And not only that, this also works against NPCs. It's like a pretty powerful little trick. And an interesting thing is it does summon lurker sharks. So if you want to farm lurker sharks, you can summon them right beside you. Let me go punch it out. Punch the lurker shark. But yeah, you can make whirlpool potions, which is pretty powerful. For the next one, you can summon sharks. And the way you use that is you need to use shark tooth. And you need to make a what do you call it? A Nova potion using the shark tooth. So let's say we use 10 shark tooth, and then let's say we use a star coral. Now you get a bleeding potion. This one is bleeding 3, a bleeding supernova potion. And now what you can do is you can throw that. Let's say, okay, let me just make sure there's no sharks here. Right now, if I throw it here, right there, a shark spawned, just like that. So you can become a shark whisperer basically. And depending on, oh, I just spawned a meg, just like that. You can get really lucky or like really unlucky with what you spawn. But it's so cool that you can just spawn in sharks just by using bleeding potions. And that's a megalodon. Like that's not a small shark. That shark deals a lot of damage. And I think depending on the potion you like the tier of the potion, you can spawn in even bigger sharks, I believe. You can maybe spawn in a great white. So yeah, that's that. It can get pretty dangerous pretty quickly, but it's just a really cool feature that you can spawn in sharks. For the next one, you will actually have to go for a detour. You need something called toxic seawater. And the way you get it is you need to bottle up water that is near the dark sea. So a safe place that you can get it from is actually behind the Paleon Rift. Some like this area right here. That is a great place to get it from. And all you need is an empty bottle to like obtain it, and you just click there and you just get it. And you can use that to make tide potions, and tide potions can summon water like waves from a Nova potion, like I said before. So like the one you can use Nova potions to make, you can summon sharks, you can make whirlpools, and now you can also make the waves themselves. So it's pretty cool. So we're beyond the rift now, and I think if I put the toxic seawater in my inventory, I think there should be toxic seawater. It is not, so I think you need to go beyond a bit more, because you can bottle up the toxic seawater beside the dark sea, but you have to be really cautious with it. I think that's about time now to bottle up the seawater. Okay, you have to be in the dark sea to get it. Well, I only got 2, so Geronimo! Come on! Okay, there we go, got 5. Got 6. So it's pretty insane to trying to get this, but oh well. Technical difficulties. As you can see, I am incredibly zoomed in. This is what the dark sea do to you. Don't go to the dark sea. We're using the tide potion, toxic seawater now. You can add it to the thing, and you can make a tier 3 one, I think the most, and then you can use a star coral, and from that you can make a tide Nova potion. And now if you use it on like the ocean thing, it should spawn in a wave going that direction. Yep, and that's pretty cool. And these waves are actually pretty powerful. They can trap players in it. If I throw one there and then I go in front of it, oh, it is faster than me, but it's pretty cool that you can summon in waves and such. For this next one, you need to attack or kill your rival. Right now my rival actually hasn't spawned, and so the way you can make your rival spawn is to attack someone else's rival and then have a chance of having them spawn. And then now we have, after destroying that, now we have a slight chance of getting a rival to spawn, and it should come up in like the text. But the reason why we're fighting the rival is you want to get a rare or exotic or legendary treasure chart. And the reason I'm getting that is that you can actually get gems from completing chapters of a treasure chart, and the percentage is different each time. So from common to uncommon treasure charts, you can get a 33% chance of getting the gem from a chapter, finishing a chapter of it, and it's a 50% chance for exotic, legendary and rare ones. So it's a pretty decent way to farm gems, but you can also just, you know, farm ships for gems as well. That's also another thing that you can do. I think most of everyone does that, but I'm just saying that you can farm gems from doing treasure charts, and treasure charts should become much more like profitable or like worth it in the future. Right now they're just not as worth it, to be honest. My rival didn't spawn, the same person's rival spawned again, so that's annoying, but oh well, can't do much about it. For this one, you can find Neviro's journal right here at what do you call this place, the Shining Plains on Ravenna, and all you have to do is just walk over and you'll get it. Neviro's journal. I won't be reading it because I think it's gonna spoil some of it, so just go here and you can read it for yourself. It's a pretty neat book, and it has 33 pages, so it's a lot to cover. So yeah. So for the last one, we're going to be finding the journal at Blasted Rock, and I actually haven't found it yet, so I'm actually going to read through this one because I think this one is going to be really cool. My clan members know it, so I don't actually know where it is. By the way, if you do go in the tornado, you die instantly, so be careful with that. Ah, this is it. Okay. And General Zaix's journal. Let's read through this. Day 1. We arrived at Cassia Town on schedule with the best of the Bronze Legion in response to the info we got from our spies planted in and around the Thorn Empire. Intel says they should be arriving within the following days to invade Ravenna. From what we can tell, they envy our monopoly over the whole sea and the resources we're able to reap because of it. Because of that, it seems that they wish to squash us before we develop into a problem they cannot deal with later on. I can't exactly blame them. I would have suggested something similar if I were in their position. Seems like the Crown Prince of Thorns will be coming along with Avery Walker. Thankfully, General Viridia and I should be enough to handle General Avery Walker, who possesses the Slash Curse and is rumored to be a great swordsman. It's the Prince of Thorns that is the most problematic of this group. Hopefully His Majesty King Caesar is enough to take him on. I have utmost confidence in my liege, but a monster like the one he's going to face only shows up once every 100 years or so. Day 2. Some of Thorn's ships hit the depth charges that we had our elite, the Praetorians, plant on their projected route towards us. Sadly, we only sunk a couple of ships, but any little bit helps in this war. Truthfully speaking, I don't like our chances. Day 4. The war started yesterday. They ambushed us with cannon fire. On the night of the second day, they began their ground invasion shortly after. Our troops are fighting tooth and nail, but we're outnumbered nearly 5 to 1. I only got a short break to rest after fighting that smug swordsman Avery thanks to Viridia trading out with me. I have full confidence in her to at least hold him off, since each spar we've had has resulted in her victory. How someone as magic reliant as her can stand up to my martial arts and not mention my wave curse, I have no idea. I hope to wake up in 4 hours with everyone alive. Day 6. This will be my last entry. Avery Walker killed Viridia. I am dying. But he's in a debatably worse state than me. We lost. Our troops are practically annihilated. Thorn Emperor sustained heavy losses and are retreating. They looked like they were horrified at something. We protected Ravenna, but King Caesar is dead. We failed. I pray his son will be okay. Man, something insane happened here. I mean, there's a cursed tornado here and stuff, but like, this is insane. Like, this is some scary level stuff, and this is just the first sea. You don't even know what could happen in the like future seas and such. So yeah, it's pretty insane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want to. And this is my clan, so if you want to join, check the Discord down below in the description. So see you guys in the next one. Smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. We will come to eat your lunch.